Welcome to the show where stories unfold.
Let's go.
People doing big things, breaking the mold. They're changing the game, making waves every day.
Big move.
Shining bright with the work that is right.
Shine on.
This is Breaking the Silence with Nikki
Nikki Nicole in the building.
Unleash your inner voice and make some
Turn up.
noise.
Welcome to the Breaking the Silence podcast with Arthur and Nikki Nicole. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Tell your cousin, tell your friend, tell your neighbor to come over here and break the silence with Arthur and Nikki Nicole. Welcome to another powerful episode. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the conversation.
Welcome back to Breaking the Silence. I'm your host, Arthur Nikki Nicole, and this is episode 6 of holy shit, I'm doing again of the Motherhood series. Today I'll be talking about something that so many of us feel but rarely say it out loud. The guilt hits harder this time. Let's talk about what that means, why it feels heavier now, and what we can do about it, and how we can finally stop letting guilt define our motherhood journey. So let me tell you my story. I became a mother at the age of 16. And for a while, I was ashamed to even say that. But I am proud that I'm a mother. And that's one title that I will always be proud to have. And just 16 years old, I was scared out of my mind about what motherhood meant for me and my son. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know the first thing about raising a child. Weeks before I found out that I was pregnant with my son, my father passed away. I was lost. I was broken. I was sad. And it felt like the ground had disappeared beneath me. And I was just left trying to find footing in a storm. And when I got pregnant with my daughter, Monty, at the age of 20, I was just starting to try to piece my life back together, but depression weighed so heavy. And I constantly felt like I wasn't enough, not doing enough to be all I could be. Fast forward. Over 2 decades later, here I am again, raising Gabby with my wife. The other day, I watched Gabby take her first steps in her walker that her godmother bought her. And, as always, it reminded me of when Nicholas and Monty, first had their time in their walker. They always go backwards, right? But after a while of her trying to figure out how this thing works, slowly and carefully, she began to take steps forward. And me, here I am with my phone. I'm ready to capture the moment. She gripped those handles really tight that's in front of her with the toys going on it, pushing forward with curiosity and determination. And when she realized that she can go forward, her face just lit up. She was smiling from ear to ear. And watching her just, made my mind just drift back decades ago when I watched Nicholas and Amani take their first steps. Thinking about how they ran around the house full of energy. And Nicholas and Amani, they walked early. I think they skipped the crawling stage altogether and just said, I just want to walk. And back then I was, a single mother. I was young and I was trying to juggle everything. I had the guidance of my mom, thank God, because I probably would have been lost if I had not had that, because I had no clue of what I was doing. But survival was my goal, making sure that Nicholas and Mana were safe, fed, and loved. Now watching Gabby, taking these few steps in her walker. Once again, I'm just filled with this joy. But I also have this deeper, heavier feeling of guilt, if that makes sense. Because here I am again, years later, older but wiser, raising a child with my wife by my side. And yet, at an old age, that guilt still lingers, hitting harder than I expected. You see, when Nicholas and Monty was growing up, I worked hard. Really, when I said really hard. Even though I showed up for the basketball games, the school events, and everything they were involved in, I was always tired. I was burnt out. I was juggling so much, but trying to provide, work and trying to keep it all together. But looking back now, I realized that I didn't capture enough moments with them. Not like I wish I had. I was present in body, but drained in spirit. Now with Gabby, it's a little different. I'm a full-time podcaster, full-time entrepreneur, graphic designer, and I'm always ready with my phone in hand to capture all the smiles, the first steps, all her victories, because I'm trying not to miss not one moment with her. So she can have memories to look back on. So I want to savor all of the moments, the joy, the struggle, the beauty of motherhood this time around. But I question myself all the time. Can I do it better this time? Can I get it right this time? Will I fail this time? Those are questions that are just circling in my mind, especially when I'm tired or I'm overwhelmed or I'm just not having a good day because I don't feel well. But I'm learning that those doubts don't mean that I'm weak. They mean that I just care deeply. With Gabby, I want to give her what I couldn't always give my older children: more patience, more softness, more presence. But some days the pressure to be better weighs me down so much that I feel like I'm falling. I'm falling and I'm failing all over again. Now I'm learning to give myself permission to mother the way I am right now, imperfect, learning, growing. Because it's not about perfection, it's about doing your best. But this time around, I've learned something important. Every moment counts, every memory counts. Every day is a new day to be better. Not perfect, but better. And with Gabby, I'm learning to slow down, to really see her, and to hold a space for our journey together. It's not about erasing the past or trying to fix everything. It's just about showing up day in and day out with love and intention and courage to keep trying. And every day I focus on how to make Gabby's life better, how to be everything she needs me to be, how to show up for her in ways I never knew I could. And sometimes that means making mistakes, learning as I go. Sometimes it means asking for help or taking a moment to breathe. God knows I hate asking for help. And when you're a perfectionist like me, you tend to keep trying to get it right over and over again. But the most important part of it all is that I show up for Gabby, for my wife, for myself, and show up for Nicholas, Amani, Jacoby, Cassidy, Kenny, and Jayla, and Maya. Yeah, I got a crew, y'all. And I love them. I love them all. Because loving Gabby is the reason, I'm here growing every day once again. Once again. Every time a new addition was added to my tribe, it was a new chance, a new day, a new moment created. And just to be a better version of myself for all of them. And mothering, I have to remember, keep this in mind that mothering again means healing old wounds. And when I hold Gabby close, I also hold the parts of myself that were overlooked as a child. I'm healing the mother wounds I carried with me when I was young, learning to mother without all the support I needed, even though I had my mother's support through it. Now I get to rewrite this story all over again. Who knew? Showing a love to Gabby and myself in ways that heal and transform. So yes, the guilt hits harder this time. It does. It's laid on real thick this time. But so does love, so does awareness, so does grace. And if you're raising a child again, whether it's your grandchild, a late in life baby, or you're mothering alongside a partner after years of waiting, whatever your situation is in motherhood right now, I want you to know you're not failing. You're healing. Healing isn't perfect. It's going to always be messy. But guess what? It's yours. Claim it, own it. It's yours. It's your journey. It's your mess, your stuff. So own your journey and embrace every moment that you have. But I want to leave you with a question. What if your greatest gift you could give your child isn't perfection, but presence? Your presence. Think about that. And if this message has touched you in any kind of way, please subscribe to the Breaking the Silence podcast. Share this episode with a mom who needs to hear it. Join me on this movement, this journey where we heal, grow, and mother together. And I'm going to leave you with this quote by Maya Angelou. We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty. Thank you for listening. Thank you for showing up for them, for me, and for yourself. So until next time, keep loving, keep learning, and keep becoming the better version of yourself. Later.
Better days, slowly but surely it's a better space that awaits my mind, so I meditate till I levitate, I elevate, but I learn not to hesitate no more, keep moving forward, chase my goals and focus more towards it, hate the lows but I need those to flourish, place my goals in front, that's what's important. So I ask myself what inspires me, breaking out of my shell, feeling yo shot quiet me, and now I'm breaking the silence like I'm Nikki Nicole, let's go. Promise you gon' see better days. Gotta keep going till you see them. Promise you gon' see better days. You gotta keep going till you see them.